Today, we're stepping into a new chapter of Skyrim, where choices shape not just the fate of the world, but the destiny of a unique companion. Meet Ashe, a fully voiced, dynamic follower with a rich, evolving story. Join me as we embark on a DLC-sized quest full of secrets, vengeance, and a search for purpose.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth like the fury of a god.
The name's Ashe. If it's mercenary work you need, that'll be 200 gold.
That's interesting armor. Not quite what I expected for a mercenary.
I've heard that 1,000 times. Not exactly interested in explaining myself for the 1,001st time. Then that's business. Any questions before we venture out?
Why aren't you drinking or eating anything?
Because I'm not hungry, and it's none of your business.
Why are you here?
I'm a mercenary, looking for work around here. Let's keep it at that.
Your skin? Those markings. They're fascinating.
They're skin enchantments.
What are they?
Help keep me durable in battle.
What's your specialization?
Glad you asked. I deal mostly with two-handed weapons, if you couldn't already tell by my massive sword here. Might be surprising for a woman of my size, but I can wield these beasts rather well.
Bet I can down this ale faster than you.
I don't have any more questions.
Fine. I do have one for you. What job do you want me to do? Is this more of a general escort or a dungeon exploration?
Perhaps some dungeon work for now?
You've definitely done your fair share of exploring. Good.
Once or twice, maybe.
You don't have a lot of experience. That's fine. I'll just have to keep that in mind.
How do you know that?
There are ways to determine someone's combat experience just by looking at them. A mentor taught me. Here, I'll let you borrow some skill books. It'll make my job easier. And it's nice to be working with you. You know your way with destruction magic. Good.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done. It's not much.
I once captained a ship of the Arctic.
Are you writing to someone?
Oh, yes, I am. About you, actually.
Me?
Yes, you. We've been traveling together for a while now. Why wouldn't I mention you to my friend?
Who are you writing to?
A friend. His name's Karat. He knows me better than anyone else. Our relationship has been a bit strained of late, but he's all I have. Outside of you, of course.
I'll leave you to it then.
As you wish. Alas, I find myself less adept with a quill than with a blade. Perhaps a skill I should cultivate. Vigilance is key in the path to victory.
Where do you come from anyway?
An isolated mountain region in High Rock. I'm not exactly a local here in Skyrim, though you could probably already tell that from my Breton appearance. I ended up here in Skyrim as it seems like it's the best place for mercenary work. And I don't think I'm wrong, seeing as we've been working together.
It must have been tough leaving High Rock behind.
Yeah. Yeah, it was difficult.
What was it like back when we could still make runs out to the coast? Time to end this little game.
You think you can take me?
Push the attack. Threat eliminated.
What was that?
Enemy dispatched. Hey.
By Easter, you won't leave here alive.
What was that?
What was that? I sense disturbance. Prepare for imminent conflict. Such a pain. Ineffective.
Just give up.
My sword is for justice. You let your guard down.
Just a scratch.
Our tactics are superior. Eliminate threats. I fight on. You can't. What was that?
Going to cry now? Huh?
Get back.
Never back down.
I'd like to think that one day I could trust you. Yes? What did you need?
Do you have magicka potions?
Always prepared, remember? I keep a few spares on hand just in case I encounter a particularly draining situation. Do you need something?
What combat experience do you have?
I specialize with two-handed weapons. You know that already. I'm fair with other combat arts as well, like archery and one-handed weapons. However, I don't know much about spellcasting right now. Still working on that. And if I don't have a weapon on me, I can use my fists. I've been told that they punch like steel, quite literally.
Where did you learn to use a sword?
As soon as I was born, if you could put it that way. Swinging a sword just came naturally for me. I was swinging ever since I set foot out of the womb. Even though I was a prodigy, no one is born a master swordsman. Took a lot of practice to get where I am today.
Who was your mentor?
My father taught me the basics, but he passed away not long after I was born, so since then I've mostly been self-taught.
Self-taught?
I needed to survive, and I didn't have anyone I could trust at the time. My father. He was all I ever knew.
What about your mother?
Never knew her. It was always just my father.
What happened to your father?
He was killed by assassins. I've made it a point to hunt them down. That's kind of why I'm taking these mercenary jobs here and there. I need to be sure I can actually kill them. I was powerless to do anything when it actually happened. That won't be the case anymore.
Tell me about your father.
Not much to tell. I didn't get to know him for very long. I know it sounds sad. I didn't even know the only parent I had that well. But the days I did spend with him, they were memories of pure light. He was so kind, caring. I used to kind of be a buffoon when I was born. It was very embarrassing. But he helped me through it, and for the limited time he could, showed me the ropes of what it meant to live. That was how he put it. My purpose in life was just to live and experience things. Very vague when you think about it. He never got to explaining it. Before he could, well, he kicked the bucket. Would you know what he meant?
No, but we can find that meaning out together.
Yeah, I'd like the sound of that.
Do you have any leads on the assassins?
Not currently. They know how to cover their tracks. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Likewise.
Glad we're on the same page.
I've got some more spell tomes you might find useful. Want to take a look?
Always eager to expand my tactical options. Let's see what you've acquired. Excellent. I'll put these new spells to good use. Father? Father? Where are you?
Ashe, my finest creation.
Father? What happened? You're bleeding!
Just a flesh wound. I'll be fine. I just need a minute. Need to rest.
Who did this to you?
Someone from the Dark Brotherhood. Just leave me be. Walk down a path I shouldn't have. Dealt with forbidden magics and knowledge. Stole from people I shouldn't have. It led to her death. But it also made you.
What are you saying? Who is she?
What are you saying? Who is she?
You don't understand. But one day, I hope you will.
Just stay here, I'll get help.
Just stay here. I'll get help.
It's too late. Remember the flower I gave you. Cling to hope and renewal. Remember. Remember. Remember.
What now?
Hey, Ashe.
You saw that? My memories? How is that even possible? No, it can't be. Those are my memories. Deeply personal. Painful. You couldn't have. Perhaps it was a mistake to talk about him. It brings back too much. Let's just focus on the task at hand. Just forget what you saw. It wasn't real. It was just a dream. What's our next plan?
I've always wondered, why do your clothes look so different?
They're inspired by Breton embroidery. But yes, the heels definitely make them stand out. Visually speaking, it's fashionable. Practically speaking, it enhances my mobility in a way traditional armor, even most light armor, would restrict.
How do your boots help you move?
You'd be surprised. These aren't your average heels. They adjust their height and weight distribution for maximum stability. My father designed the core technology. It was admittedly for different purposes, but I repurposed it into what I have now. As for the skirt, it allows for more freedom of movement. Less protection, but that's what my greaves are for.
Clever design. So this is more than just fashion, then?
It's functional, comfortable, and serves as a reminder of my past. That's all that matters.
Your past? How did you acquire this armor?
My father gave it to me. It was a bit bulkier back then. Let's just say I've made a few adjustments over the years for functionality, and perhaps a touch of personal flair.
Thanks for explaining. Your outfit's unique, that's for sure.
Glad you appreciate it. What's my strategy?
I noticed you tend to sharpen your sword and adjust your armor a lot.
Observant, aren't you? Maintaining my equipment is essential. Always have to be prepared for the unexpected. You'll never know when a bandit is next going to jump you, or an Oblivion Eldritch monster for that matter.
Oblivion Eldritch monster?
You've heard of the Oblivion Crisis, haven't you? If not that, Skyrim has plenty of other eccentric hordes to throw at us. Giants, Draugr, the occasional dragon.
Speaking of being ready, could you maybe sharpen my sword or temper my armor?
Of course. Consider it a professional courtesy. Besides, I find the process calming. It's meditative, in a way. Like combat, but without the violence. Though I should mention, I only offer this service when we're out in the wilds. If we're in a city with a proper smithy, it's best to let the smiths handle it.
Forge me something.
Sure. What item would you like me to forge? Remember, a smart mouth can't save you when your head is on the floor. Oh, what is it?
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, what is it?
I noticed you kept an odd-looking flower in your bag. May I ask what it is?
It's called a lunatia. I don't believe there's a lot of those in Skyrim.
No, there aren't.
It's very special to me. This tear is the only memento I have of my father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's honestly all right. I've come to terms with what's happened.
When did it happen?
I'm not sure. My considerable intelligence usually lets me keep track of things like this, but I guess I was just existing, for lack of a better term, for a good deal of time after my father's death. For years, I'd say. For a while, I felt like I no longer had a purpose. He gave me motivation, but my purpose went away with him after he passed. Now I've resolved to have a new purpose, avenging his death. At least it's getting me out of the haybed every morning.
Can you tell me more about lunar tears?
It's a flower that my father used to grow. I'm not sure where he got the seeds from, because they can't be found anywhere else in Tamriel. I just know that he told me that from where they're from, they're symbols of hope and renewal. that they represent the possibility of a better future, even in the midst of despair. Though that's probably just horsewash. Arya was buried 6 feet under, along with all the ideals he had.
What happened exactly?
I'd still rather not talk about it, if that's alright. You already know all that you need to know. He's dead, and now I'm trying to avenge him.
I have no more questions.
Alright.
Eliminate hero!